This is the last part of this chapter. Now, exercise 12, question number 29. It says, use a graph paper to answer the following question. Take 1 centimeter equals 1 unit on both axes. The question itself says you have to use a graph sheet. If it is not asked, then there is no need for you to do the reflection on the graph sheet. But here it says, use a graph paper to answer the following question, and it also says, take 1 centimeter equals 1 unit on both axes. Means, on the graph, you will take every 1 centimeter as 1 unit. Okay, I'll show you on the graph when we do. Okay. On both axes it says. Axis is the plural of axis. Okay. X-axis and y-axis together is called axis. Okay. First subdivision of the question is, plot A 4 4, B 4 minus 6 and C 8 0. The vertices of a triangle ABC. That's the first part that you have to do. Second one is, reflect ABC on the y-axis and name it as A dash, B dash, C dash. Third subdivision is, write the coordinates of images A dash, B dash and C dash. And the fourth subdivision is, give a geometrical name for the figure A dash, C dash, B dash, B, C. Okay. We'll go one question at a time. Okay. First thing is, use a graph paper to answer the following question. Take 1 centimeter equals 1 unit on both axes. Okay. So that's what you have to do first. Okay. I've already done the graph, just see. Okay. This is your y-axis, this is the x-axis. The scale that was given in the question is, use 1 centimeter equals 1 unit on both the axes. Okay. 1 centimeter, this is 1 centimeter. I have taken 1 centimeter as 1 unit. Okay. This is the division that is done on the x-axis, similarly on the y-axis, and write down the scale. The scale is on the x-axis, every 1 centimeter is 1 unit, and on the y-axis, every 1 centimeter is also 1 unit. Okay. That's the graph. Now, the first question is, plot A whose coordinates are 4 4. Okay. A's coordinates are 4 4. So, let's see where A is. A's coordinates are 4 4, which means x value is 4, y value is 4. X value 4 is here, y value 4 is here. The meeting point of both this, that is point A. Okay. Next, B's coordinates are 4 and minus 6. B's coordinates are 4 minus 6. X value is 4, y value is minus 6. Minus 6 is here. Y value minus 6. The meeting point of both this is point B. Okay. C's coordinates are 8 0. C's coordinates are 8 0, which means x is 8, y is 0. X 8 is here, y value 0 is here. Meeting point of that is this one, that's C. So we plotted A, B and C. No lines till now. Okay. It's only the points that we have plotted, A, B and C. Okay. Then, second question is, reflect A, B, C on the y-axis and name it as A dash, B dash, C dash. Okay. Reflect all these 3 points A, B and C on the y-axis and name them as A dash, B dash, C dash. So A is here, B is here, C is here. You're going to reflect this on the y-axis. Okay. A is going to be reflected on the y-axis. The distance here is 4, which means the distance on the behind the mirror also must be 4. Okay. So this is A dash. This is reflected on the y-axis. You get A dash here. Similarly, B is reflected on the y-axis. You get the reflection on this side. That's B dash. Okay. Distance is same. C is reflected on the y-axis. You should get it on this side. So that's C dash. Distance is 8. Here also it should be 8. So you got A dash, B dash and C dash also reflected. Next. Second question is done. Third one. Write the coordinates of images A dash, B dash and C dash. Now coming to the answer. Now look at this. First part of the question was, plot A, B and C, the vertices of triangle ABC. Nothing to write, you just have to plot that you did on the graph. Therefore, in your answer for subdivision 1, you just write on the graph, because these 3 points were plotted on the graph. Nothing much to write, so on the graph is your answer. Okay. Second subdivision was reflect A, B, C on y-axis and name it as A dash, B dash, C dash. That also you did it on the graph. So second answer is also on the graph. The third one is write the coordinates of images A dash, B dash and C dash. Okay. So you have to see what are the coordinates of A dash, B dash and C dash. A dash is here, coordinates. First write x value minus 4, y value 4. A dash's coordinates are minus 4, 4. Okay. So A dash's coordinates are minus 4, 4. You also have to write B dash and C dash. Okay. B dash's coordinates are here. X coordinate for this is minus 4, y is minus 6. Minus 4, minus 6. So B's coordinates are minus 4, minus 6. And C dash's coordinates, this is C dash. C dash's coordinates, x value is minus 8. Y value for this is 0. So minus 8, 0. So C dash's coordinates are minus 8, 0. The fourth question is, give a geometrical name for the figure A dash, C dash, B dash, B, C. Now, whichever way it is mentioned here, that is how you will join the figure. You will join A first with A dash, then from A dash you will join C dash, from C dash you will join B dash, from B dash you will join B, and from B you will join lastly C, and complete it C with A lastly. Okay. That will be your completed figure. So this is the order in which you will join. Okay. So if you look at the figure, it says A dash, C dash, B dash, B, C. A has to be joined with A dash, that's one straight line. A dash with C dash with B dash with B, B with C, and C with A to complete the figure. So that's the figure that you got. Okay. You have to name this figure. Now if you look at this carefully, now you will see that this length is more than this. And you are not sure whether all these sides are equal. And you know for sure that this side and this side are not equal. Count and see how many sides are there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6-sided figure, therefore it is called a hexagon. And if you are sure that all sides are equal, then this figure will be named as a regular hexagon. But you know for sure that this side and this side are not equal, which means all sides are not equal, therefore don't use the word regular. Okay. The word regular is used only if all sides are equal. In this case, all sides are not equal, therefore this figure is named as a hexagon. Okay. That's the fourth subdivision. Give a geometrical name. The geometrical name is hexagon. If all sides were equal, then you will write this is a regular hexagon. Okay. Next. This question 17. Use graph paper for this question. Take 2 centimeter equals 1 unit. In the previous question it was take 1 centimeter equals 1 unit. Now the scale is different. Take 2 centimeter equals 1 unit on both axes. Plot the points P and Q. From P and Q, draw perpendiculars PM and QN on the x-axis. And then there are a few questions. Okay. First is the drawing of the graph. Use a graph paper for this question. Take 2 centimeter equals 1 unit. So I have already done the graph. This is your x-axis and your y-axis. The scale given was take 2 centimeter equals 1 unit. This is 1 centimeter. This is 1 centimeter. So together is 2 centimeter. 2 centimeter you will take as 1 unit. Next 2 centimeter 1 unit. Next 2 centimeter 1 unit. Like that. Okay. Both axes have to be divided in the same way. Okay. And then write down the scale. Scale x-axis 2 centimeter is 1 unit. And y-axis also 2 centimeter is 1 unit. Okay. So that's the graph. Now it says plot the points P whose coordinates are 3, 2. P's coordinates are 3, 2 is the first point that you have to plot. P has coordinates 3, 2. X value 3, y value 2. Meeting point of that is this, that's 2. Q's coordinates are minus 3, minus 2. Okay. X value is minus 3, y value is minus 2. Meeting point of that is Q. Okay. So both point P and Q are plotted. Next, from P and Q, draw perpendiculars PM and QN on the x-axis. 2 points you plotted, P and Q. From P and Q, you have to draw perpendiculars, okay, on the x-axis, naming it as PM and QN. P was here. From here, you have to drop a perpendicular to the x-axis. This is the x-axis. From here, you drop a perpendicular line. To go to the x-axis, name that as PM. So that's M. Okay. And from Q, draw a line to the x-axis. So it goes upwards to the x-axis. So that point is N. PM and QN are perpendiculars which are drawn. The first question is, name the image of P on reflection in the origin. You have to name the image, name. No need to write any coordinates. Name the image of P on the reflection in the origin. P is reflected in the origin, which is the point that you get. P is reflected in the origin. This is the origin. P is reflected here. You should get the image this side. Okay. Let's see. P's coordinates are 3, 2. Okay. P is actually 3, 2. This is 3, 2. And it is reflected in the origin. When you reflect any point in the origin, the coordinates of both should change. 3 should become -3. 2 should become -2. Look at this point. Q's coordinates are -3, -2. Check both of them. Haven't both signs changed? Okay. So when P is reflected in the origin, the point that you get is Q. So name the image of P on reflection in the origin. The image that you get for the first subdivision A is Q. P is reflected in the origin, you get Q. Okay. The second one, assign the special name to the geometrical figure PMQN and find its area. You have to give a special name to this figure PMQN. You have to join this figure in this order. P with the M, then with Q, then with N. Okay. PMQN. P, M is already joined. M with Q, Q with N was already joined. So complete the figure N with P. This is the figure that you get. Okay. You have to name this figure. This figure is called a parallelogram. So assign the special name to the geometrical figure PMQN. PMQN is a parallelogram. And find its area. Look at the figure again. This is your figure. This is a parallelogram. Now this parallelogram is divided into two parts by the x-axis. The x-axis divides this into two equal parts. One is a triangle on top. The same triangle is there below. Okay. So if I can find area of one triangle, double of that will give you the area of the parallelogram. So area of the parallelogram is 2 times area of triangle PMN. The top triangle was PMN. Double of that will give you the area of the parallelogram. So that's equal to 2 into area of triangle formula is half into base into height. Okay. So here the 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. So you are left only with base into height of the triangle. Okay. So let's go to the figure. This is the triangle PMN. Okay. For this, the base is this much. This is the base, and that is the height. Okay. Now, when you count, don't count these units. Count it as how many centimeters. Because this is 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters altogether, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. This side also is 6 centimeters. So the base here is together 12 centimeters. Similarly, the height, when you count, also you count in centimeter. 1 centimeter, 2, 3, 4 centimeters. Okay. Base was 12 centimeters, height is 4 centimeters. So let's use this. So you get base is 12 centimeters, height is 4 centimeters. 12 into 4 gives you 48. This was in centimeter, this was in centimeter. Centimeter into centimeter is centimeter square. That's the area of the parallelogram. Okay. Now, there's a last question which says, write the coordinates of the point to which M is mapped on reflection in number 1, x-axis, number 2, y-axis, and number 3, origin. Write the coordinates of the point to which M is mapped. M is reflected and you get something. Okay. First, on the x-axis, when M is reflected on the x-axis, what do you get? Okay. So let's go back to the figure. M is reflected on the x-axis. M is here and it is on the x-axis itself. Okay. It is already lying on the mirror, which means it should be an invariant point. If you reflect M on the same line which it is lying on, it becomes an invariant point, which means M on reflection on the x-axis remains M. Okay. So our answer for subdivision 1, reflection of M in the x-axis, is M itself, whose coordinates are 3, 0. The second one, when M is reflected in the y-axis, let's see what happens if it is reflected in the y-axis. M is going to be reflected in the y-axis. This is the y-axis. You're going to reflect this in the y-axis, you should get it behind. Okay. It is 3 units away, which means it's 3 units away this side. So when M is reflected in the y-axis, you get N. Coordinates are -3, 0. Okay. So the next answer is so N is the image that you got. N's coordinates are -3, 0. And the third part is, if you reflect M in the origin, what should you get? The same point M is reflected in the origin. M is here, it is reflected in the origin. Origin is here. Okay. Coordinates of this are 3, 0. If you reflect this point in the origin, both signs should change. 3, 0 will become -3, 0. Okay. -3, 0 is the same point, this one, N. Okay. So N is the image that you get. So, last answer, N's coordinate is -3, 0. That's the reflection of M in the origin. And your homework is exercise 12, question number 23, 24, 25, 27, 28 and 30.